Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom. All right, that was my fault. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom. And today we're going to talk about 90 Day the Other Way, Season 4, Episode 14, Never Say I Regret, Always Say I Learned. Now, I would say that title, Never Say I Regret, Always Say I Learned, is a great title just to live life in general. So there you go. So hopefully you all got a chance to watch the show last night on Sunday, or you watched it today on Monday, or you're waiting for the review. That's okay too. I'll take that. Now, before I begin, please don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, family. Leave your comments, so we can see, or I can see what you thought about the episode, and maybe you saw something that maybe I didn't see. Or, when I drop the link, you could join. You know how I say every week, you join, click the button on StreamYard. You have the choice of turning your camera on or not, or go ahead, just stay in those comments. And also tell a friend to tell a friend. We are almost at 2,000 subscribers and looking forward to it. And we will also have that raffle when we reach that 2,000. So we're almost there. So thank you everyone for joining. Let's see who's in the chat. We have Rory. Hey, Rory. Tamika, Dolores, Sharon. Hello to everyone. Hello on the replay and all like that. And special shout out to my mom who's watching. Hey, Mom and Dad, if you're watching. How are you doing? Get into the show if you haven't already. Hey, the Jasmine Show. All right, so real quick, this is the episode before the tell-all, because happy birthday, Tamika. Yes, happy birthday. This is the episode before the tell-all, because at the end of the episode, they showed, get into the tell-all, and I'm so happy because I'm ready for the drama that comes with the tell-all, right? And hopefully it's not going to be in like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 parts. So real quick overview before I drop the link, we talk about the show. Not going to keep you all long today, maybe a little less than an hour, maybe 45 minutes, get to the chat. But with that tell-all next week, we're going to get into it for as long as necessary. So I'm ready for that to go down. Now, have we noticed that Nicole and Mahmoud was not on last night's episode? I'm surprised because we're getting into the tell-all. Where were they? Or is Nicole on her way home? Because when we last saw Mahmoud talk to his brother last week, he was saying how Nicole wants him to come to America. So did she skip town and they didn't show us? Right? Did she do that? Because I'm thinking where is Nicole? Now, granted, I'm happy that she's no longer giving us anxiety, because Nicole gives me anxiety by watching her because she's so not into conforming by the rules of the Muslim community in Egypt. And she just thinks that she's above all that. And she's not. So they weren't on the show, which gave us a break. So when they come on the tell-all, when it's time for them, oh yeah, they better bring the noise. And especially with Nicole's outfit for that tell-all, with one arm out and bare and one arm in. Oh yeah, I'm sure Mahmoud is not thrilled about that. So last night's episode, we had Gabe and Isabel, Jen and Rishi. We had Kris and Jamie, and I'm surprised, Kris and Jamie. Kris came on the 9th hour before the tell-all. I'm like, Kris, you should have just stayed in Alabama. You should have just kept your money. You're already strapped for cash, or whatever you're trying to say to Jamie, and just wait for the tell-all, because nothing really changed. Anyways, Danielle and Johan, listen, Danielle, we've been over it. Because she told Johan, I'm over it. Stop. I'm finished. Girl, we've been over this relationship, or how you treat Johan in this relationship, I should say, right? And then Debbie and Osama got y'all for the end of the episode. I got Debbie ready for y'all when we could talk to Debbie later in the show. And then Gabe, did I say Gabe and Isabel? Gabe and Isabel. So there's more drama from them? Like, what happened? They were just seemed like they were decent, right? When the mom and the sister came to visit, but I don't know. So it's the morning of the wedding, and all of a sudden something's going on. So, ooh. Anyways, let me do this real quick. What did y'all think? What is in your comments? So again, happy birthday to Miss Sharon. Hey, girl. Hey. And I mean, not Sharon. I'm sorry, Tamika. I was looking at Sharon's comment. Hey, Sharon, Tamika, Rory, the Jasmine Show, and everybody else watching the replay. And in the bushes, and to my parents, hello. So anyways, we're gonna start off with Gabe and Isabel, but I can do this real quick. Then I'm gonna drop the link for you guys. So okay, so what is the comment so far? Sharon said Gabe and that controlling sister. Tamika is the sister. Rory, you say, but the sister didn't go to the wedding. I mean, they claim she's not going to the wedding based on that text message. But do you think she will also, like Kris, come at the 9th hour to support her brother? Because Gabe technically isn't at the wedding yet either, and Isabel doesn't know what is really going on because he has chosen not to tell her about this wedding. Let me, we're going to do a new concept this time. Let me talk about the show, and then I'll drop the link after I finish. So again, it's the wedding day. Gabe and Isabel excited to get married. I really wish they would have shown, like on other TV shows, what the background was with Gabe and his sister and the boyfriend and all that pre-wedding, because I want to know what was happening. I mean, Monica, the sister, she does seem overprotective, but we talked about that last week, right? We said that, okay, well, at least I said, I can see why she would want to be overprotective, because Gabe, came out as trans. He's transitioned now to male, living his life as a man. So maybe he got bullied growing up, right? Because he was searching for his new place in the world. And so maybe the sister found that part of being protective, but I think maybe she hasn't lessened the reins as they've gotten older. So I don't know. Yeah. The mom, though, I give kudos to the mom. The mom, when Gabe was saying about the text from his sister, the mom was saying that, well, this is your day. We could deal with Monica later. And so I'm glad that she said that, because the mom wasn't taking sides, but trying to tell Gabe, we can talk about this after the fact. Just go ahead and get dressed. Let it be about your day and let that be that. But Gabe still has in his mind his thoughts like, oh, Monica is not coming. So I just really want to know, somebody needs to drop the drama. Hopefully we'll find out at the tell-all. Because see, if we didn't find out about it now and the wedding started, I don't want to know next week. I want to know next week only at the tell-all. I want the nitty-gritty. Is that being nosy? But that's what the show is for, right? Let me read the comments. Roy, you say she's not going to the wedding. Okay. Hey, Dolores. Dolores say, I believe she will go to the wedding. All right. Tamika said she lost the sister. She's losing her brother. It seems she sabotaged his relationship so he wouldn't leave her. That's something to think about. Sharon, you say the mom knows her daughter's a trip. Okay. The Jasmine show says what Tamika said. All right. And the sister's messy and Gabe tells her too much. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link right now. But when I drop the link, let's be respectful of everybody. Not saying some are and some aren't, but just we keep the show flowing so we don't have to be on here a long time. Because I'm telling you, next week is a tell-all. Oh, yeah, we getting real messy with it. Just for this show today. Because we got this 90-day franchise today. And then the 90 Days Love in Paradise, which I have to watch after this, coming on too. So let's just keep the flow going. So let me drop the invite and go from there. Okay. So Jasmine show says sister's messy and Gabe tells her too much. I don't think, in my personal opinion, for your sibling, it's not that they can tell you too much. I just really think it just stems from the childhood, him growing up, him learning his new place in life, the sister being, protective like that. So yeah, and then the mom, I don't think she's as obsessed, but I don't know. Not obsessed. That's the wrong word. As particular, but I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot more going on with the finger. Like, can't put your finger on it. That is more than just the trans issue. There's more than just losing a brother, losing a sister. It's more to it than that. So, all right. Well, let's get into it. So we got backstage. We have Tamika, and we have Rory. So here we go. I see your face, girls. I see you. Hey, girls. Hey,
Hey,
ladies.
how are you?
We got one more and the Jasmine show. Okay. So,
Hey, Jackson.
hey.
Hey,
Oh, you're muted. Hey, Vince.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hey, Vince in the back. So we're going to do a round robin. We're going to keep it simple. Like I said, next week for the tell-off, we go in because I got another show to watch after this. So here we go. What do we think about Gabe? So who was on first? Tamika, Rory, Jazz.
I think Gabe is upset, that she's trying to insert herself into his day and ruining his day. And she's just causing drama. Unnecessary drama.
Okay. Rory.
I think if Gabe was straight, was honest with both Isabel and Monica, because he was the one that caused them to have so much tension and to be really awkward towards each other.
Right.
If you think about it, he kept going to Monica saying that, oh, Isabel's crazy. She's like, she's controlling. She's this, she's that. And she'll go to Isabel saying, oh, well, Monica's controlling and she's crazy and she causes problems with my relationships back and forth. So the common denominator in this whole thing is Gabe. Because Gabe set this whole thing in motion for them to not get along.
Okay. That's a good one. Jazz?
Yeah, I agree with Rory. I feel like he kind of not necessarily pitting them against each other, but it's like he's trying to figure out what's happening, but he's happening, and that's the issue. The issue is like I said, I feel like he tells the sister way too much information.
Okay.
And like you can tell your family information, but if you tell your family something negative about your soon to be wife, then that's what they're gonna hear, and vice versa. Because they don't know each other. They have never met each other. So all they know is what the other person told them.
Right. Now, what do we think was like the newest issue? Because, they had dinner and like I said, normally production on any other show will show like behind the scenes of what happened. Do you all think it was maybe that nasty that they don't want to show it, or what do y'all think about that?
I think it had to do with the interaction right before, like the night before. He said they got into it. Like the sister wanted to leave early because Isabel wasn't there on time. But as we all know, like it's the day before wedding, she's probably running around. Like,
yeah.
But I feel like the sister wanted more time and attention. But how much time and attention she getting? Because they don't even speak the same language.
Exactly.
And they were using a translator app the whole time. Because if you think about it, it was just the app back and forth while they were sitting at the table. But I know the other factor that was causing a bit of tension was when Monica mentioned to Gabe to talk to Isabel about a prenup.
Yeah.
In regard to his business. Because that was the other thing that caused tension. It was just like a kind of like a silent tension, but you could feel the tension what was there. And then the thing is, like, the mother didn't want to like two sides in the situation or kind of insert herself, but at the same time she's just like, well, something should not be said because it's supposed to be a happy occasion, and now there's so much tension and everything else. Because Isabel said she was willing to sign the prenup, but I'm thinking it's like, why do you need a prenup if the business is all his? She works for him. Like everything is in his name, not so much hers.
That's true.
If you think about it, right? Because actually half of his business if her name wasn't in the business in the first place.
That's true. Well, So, Tamika, what do you think about Isabel and her family being as supportive as they are? The mom is still sewing the dresses, at the end, right before they get ready to go. I mean, that's dedication. So I think that we can see that the family is very supportive, but
Yes.
go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish. Yeah.
No,
I was just agreeing with you.
what do you think about that? What do you think about her family support for the wedding and versus Gabe's family?
I think that they just want the best for the daughter. And I think that how he's been treating her, how the kids are reacting to him, the fact that he's transgender is, it's almost like they don't even care because their daughter loves him and he treats her well. And then them getting everything ready for the wedding the night before because they're excited.
Yeah.
They're really, really excited for her.
Yeah. Do we think that Gabe, I mean, we understand him being upset and everything, but do we think that him just fall down on the bed over his sister versus getting dressed and go ahead to the ceremony was the best thing to do, or he just not sure how to control his emotions?
He need to get it together because you're not marrying your sister, you marrying this woman. So you need to be down that aisle on time. Okay. Right. He knows who he's marrying. He knows if he already told the sister she's controlling. I don't think that she's controlling. I think that she has a standard. She expects what she expects and she communicates it. That's not controlling, in my opinion. So I think that he's like letting his emotions get the best of him, and it's like counterproductive because at the end of the day, you're not marrying. Your sister got a boyfriend. Right. So go get your wife and keep it moving.
Right.
Okay.
I think Gabe is used to dating girls that he has more control of the relationship. He's not used to being with an alpha female because I think Isabel was more of like an alpha female. And when Isabel's telling Gabe, is like, well, I'm going to get this done, this done, this done, this done. All you have to do is just show up to the wedding. And any other guy, as soon as they hear it's like, all I have to do is just shower and get dressed and show up, it's like, they'll be right there.
Yeah.
But Gabe, he's just like all up in his feelings because of the whole situation with Monica, which is all technical sense. He caused it. He caused his own misery.
Oh, sorry if I went out.
He caused his own self-sabotage because, to be really honest, he self-sabotaged something that could have been great,
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if Isabel gets like crazy upset, the mother will start to just like, okay, where is this guy? Like, I thought he was excited to get married to my daughter. Like, what the hell is going on? Type of thing, right? And you're just gonna slump over the bed and just like, cry crocodile tears because you messed up or you got called out on your situation. No, get your tail up, get dressed, shower, and make it to the church on time.
Right. Well, we'll see it play out next week. I think she may show up at the door, and if she don't, I won't be surprised either way. I just want to know what the tea is as to why she didn't show up. He better spill that tea. You listen to me. He better spill the tea on the tell-all. It would be nice to know the tea. Let's put it like that. So let's.
Oh, is it tell-all next week?
Yes.
I feel like we didn't get enough conclusion for the tell-all to be next week.
It's going to be the ending of the season and then the tell-all. So probably an hour and a half. And something like that.
Okay.
So next up is Jen and Rishi. So I'm kind of tired of Jen, and it was what Robert called them the snitch crew. I'm tired of Jen sitting with her friends trying to figure out what it is that she need to do, all the way over in India. Like I'm like, girl, you already know what you need to do. You already know the conversation. You just, in my opinion, just trying to like sweep it under the rug because you don't want to face the fact of, even if they did approve of her with the age thing, they still want a daughter-in-law that's going to take over the household. That's what they want. That's their tradition. She's trying to be like, oh, I need my space, my privacy. That's not here. That's not with this man. You know what I'm saying? So what do y'all think about the friends still being there and like, girl, are you sure this is what you need to do? This is what you need to say. What y'all think about that? We'll go the other opposite direction this time. We'll go Jasmine show. Start you first.
Jen friends are classless, first and foremost. Like I said the last time, showing up at somebody's house with extra people is classless.
Yeah.
And then, like, why do y'all all need to strategize for her relationship? Mind the business that pays you. If
Right.
Jen wants to go around to India looking goofy, running around, let her do that. Okay. Y'all said this not the first time. Yes, red flags.
Red
Y'all
flags.
said this is not the first time. So
Right.
why are y'all like, I feel like they flying here and like, it's like the Sanderson sisters. It's like three witches trying to figure out what spell to put on this man. Like he's not gonna do what you want to do. If your paths don't align, let him go. Go back to America. Why are we doing this?
Right. Next.
The reason that she's not going to go back to America is because the family, especially that brother-in-law, is going to be like, I told you so.
Okay, but he should, though. He should.
Yeah,
Because she's back and forth.
Because the thing was that the family knew that this fool did not want to marry her. Like, point blank period. Because he's 32, she's 48. Like, that family wants grandkids.
Rory.
Yeah. Like,
Rory.
they want, yeah.
You have an echo.
Sorry, I have my headphones.
You have an echo.
Yeah, I have my headphones on. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me just.
Okay. Go ahead, Tamika.
Yeah, those sisters is doing too much. It's like the Cinderella, the sisters from the Cinderella. And so they're inserting themselves into her business that they don't need to.
Okay.
I get it. Your homegirls, they're gonna have your back, but they need to have your back to a certain extent, and then you have to be like, okay, hold on, I'm gonna have to bump my head. So now the family was like emphatically, oh hecky no. He knows this. And then the fact that he told Jen that if my family says no, I'm going to go against my family to be with you. When in fact he said in the confessional, well, no, I just said that so I can keep the relationship going. I ain't going against my family. And so hopefully when she sees that, it'll be like ding, 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 ding. That something will go off. And she'll be like, you know what, this ain't even the one for me. And listen, at that tell-all, I was like, damn, Jen, you look nice. She's really pretty. She needs to get on Christian Mingle or Black People Meet or something. I don't know. But that whatever website she was on, the Indian website, that ain't it.
Okay. Go ahead,
No,
Rory.
and to piggyback on that, like that family wants grandchildren, like point blank period. Like, what is a lady that's almost 50 gonna do for that household?
Well, it's not like you can't get pregnant after a certain age. Some women can, but she wants to be pregnant nor be part of it.
We haven't heard her say nothing about wanting to have kids with him. Not
exactly. Exactly. And plus the funny thing was, did you notice when the mother said no straight up and she was like, oh, I can't believe your mom said no. Yeah. After Rishi told her, and Rishi's just like, yeah, she did, because the whole age thing, because he really kind of snitched on himself and her. Mm-hmm. But it was a retaliation of her friends letting the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, I think they were going to do that anyways, just based off the conversation. I don't think their friends really wanted Rishi's permission to be like, will it be okay to say this? That was the whole point of them coming there, to be there for their friend, because apparently their friend makes these type of mistakes all the time. But Sharon says that was wrong for her friends to tell his family. Now, one thing that I was surprised is that Rishi was as emotional as he was. Like, I almost felt like, Rishi, is this like coming from the right place, or do you think it's because the emotion was more for his family, or Jen? Like, I couldn't really differentiate. It's not. What do y'all think?
I think that he cares about her. I think that he genuinely cares about her, but he knew off bat that like after he proposed, probably like that he was like, dang, my family is not going to accept this. So I need to, if I want to keep, I don't know. I feel like you've seen scenarios where people stay together because one person is holding vital information from the other person that they know would be a deal breaker, but they want to hold on to the relationship. So I feel like that's what it was. Like, it wasn't so much about his family. It's like, dang, now it's confirmed. Like, I knew he was anticipating that. Like, his family definitely saying no, but for it to be confirmed. And then she's like, these are the words, I'm done. Like, it's like, dang, like he was trying to avoid that. And even if it lasted a few more months, he would have been okay. But it's just like, it's here. It's like the emotions hitting him in the face. Like, there's no way around it.
Right. And I think that August 2nd date or August 3rd date, whatever that August date was, he was trying to parlay as much time as he could to come up with a story so that the family would accept her. And convince her, you got to stay in this house.
Right. Dolores says the culture is so strong. I believe he really cares for her. So, okay. You know, we're going to move to Debbie and Osama. Hold on. I got you. Wait for the tell off. I got that. Even better. Hold on. Ready? Y'all ready?
Yeah. What? You need a bigger hat though, because she has
I just found this at the dollar store, so we're gonna work with this one.
Okay.
I'm not prepared for this.
I was surprised for this.
Osama, don't write a check. You're behind. Can't cash. The part is like, do you have margaritas here? No, ma'am, coffee or tea. They don't even have no good margarita. I'm like, Debbie, come through, Debbie. You know, she said she was here. She's not here for this foolishness. She is tired. I got my own money. I don't need you. What you saying? You just a lying snake, Osama. You're a lying snake. This is not how you treat me, but you know what? I'm stronger now. I'm stronger. I am no longer reading any more poems from Osama. No more poems for Osama. No more poems, period. No more poems, because you know what? They break my heart. Okay.
Oh my Lord.
Is that your Easter hat?
Huh?
Like, is that the hat you wore on Easter?
Don't write a check you're behind, can't cash me. Matter of fact, so we're going to start with you, Tamika. What do you have to say about my man who's a lying snake in the grass? Who hurt my heart?
I think Debbie heard what she wanted to hear. And that his whole intent was to come back to America to get his green card. She heard it but didn't hear it or understood it. What she did was she didn't listen to understand, she listened to respond. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't listen to understand. And so now that because he like, I can't take care of her here. I don't make no money.
Oh, I still got the
So is that your Easter hat or your Kentucky Derby hat? So, but yeah, she needs to take her tail home. And you see, she got real dialed up. I'm like, okay, Miss Debbie, you looking cute to flow for 40 hours.
Don't you see? Me. I did that for you. Okay.
But yeah, she's hopefully she's done.
I hope so.
Hopefully, yeah, she's done.
I think Debbie Cakes is done with Osama, because she went from like Disney princess, aka Scarlett O'Hara, to I can't believe I lost my best friend. I can't believe he did this to me. He's such a snake in the grass. He expected me to take him to the U.S. and all he wanted was papers, and we didn't even think about marriage. I'm thinking to myself, it's like, you didn't even get to have any of the wood. What?
It wasn't about that, I don't think, with them.
Talk to the hand. That was my favorite. I had to make that picture. She said, talk to the hand. But you
that was awesome.
Be in love at the same time. Like, well, maybe, love will come. No. Talk to the hand means talk to the hand. But I like Sharon. She says, I think Debbie tried to change the plan and got tricked, but I'm glad she came to her senses. I think so too. Like I said, I find Osama pretty honest, pretty
Direct.
above board. I really do.
Mhm.
I just think that maybe he slipped in small parts of the conversation about coming to America. He may not have that full-fledged, I want to come to America, because then it would have seemed like the red flag conversation, right? Because Debbie seems like she's ditzy. Remember what I said from Woodstock and edibles? Like, I still see that. But she's not as ditzy as she came across in the beginning, especially now with her, the real Debbie coming through. But I just think that, like I said, he's been almost honest. You know, I give him like more than not. What was you gonna say there, Jasmine? I mean, Jasmine, excuse me.
I forgot what I was about to say.
I was talking about Debbie and Osama being honest.
Oh yeah, I feel like Osama's pretty direct, but he don't have no talents to take to the US. Because them little paintings and poems ain't gonna cut it. Ain't nobody doing that.
Like, what you mean? He said
he's very far from a Maya Angelou or a Langston Hughes. Very far removed.
He couldn't draw in peace, and Debbie was stressing him out. And did y'all know there was like a little bitty cat sitting in front of them when they was drawing the head? I said, there go them cats. There go them cats.
He about to be a starving artist.
For real.
Yeah.
Well, because the last time Osama held a cat, the cat got so scared. The cat was just like, "Can I leave now?" And he said, "Leave."
Yeah, them cats was something else. But I'm glad that, like I said, she came to her senses and she's on her way home. And it's just the fact that Debbie says now she feels like she wasted her time, when in reality, you wasted your time the first time you went thinking he was going to change, and he didn't. Only thing changed was time. He got a little bit older, and so did you. He's still 24.
Yeah, and they were talking to each other. They were talking to each other since he was 21. I just did like the mental math real quick. And they were talking when she was just like, when he was 21 and she's 67. So she was like 64 when they were talking. So 21 and 64. You know,
it's still 20 with someone grown, retired, living life, doing whatever, can't have no kids, don't want to live with your mama and everything else, want to start over because he's way younger than her son, you know. So, but anyways, go ahead.
I'm just waiting for her son to pick her up from the airport when she gets back.
I need the son at the tell-all.
The son,
he's going to be there.
He's going to be there. I saw him in the preview that he was going to be there because I do watch Pillow Talk as well. He was there and he chewed out Osama, and then everybody looked like going, "Whoa, what's happening?" And then he just took off and left. He left the Zoom.
Okay, I haven't been on Pillow Talk yet, but I'll watch it later. Okay, so let's move to Kris and Jamie.
Oh Lord.
Who? You know what? I'll just start right away. First of all, Kris was gone for 5 months. We know she was gone for a while, right?
Yeah.
She didn't want to come back. Her mom was telling her last week or so that she felt like maybe she was a sugar mama because Jamie wanted to be a cat woman, this and that. And then Jamie wanted to sell the necklace she gave as a, I'm a return with her dad's ashes, which I'm like, why would you even consider selling that at all? Right? Because that's not cool for a gym membership. But so Kris is just like, things don't feel right flying here and this and that. Hopefully they have a good night and everything. Versus Jamie, the first night was like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. And then we see them the next morning. So apparently they made a TikTok video. Kris's neck is doing fine and everything. I'm just gonna jump from this to that because this was I got it highlighted right here. It is highlighted. Why did Kris jump in the pool the way she jumped in that pool at the birthday date? And why was Jamie hanging on her neck? Because we know one reason why Kris went home, because she didn't have the medication. She couldn't get out the bed.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm still trying to figure out, is just like, was it a miraculous miracle that you got better in like 5 months, the 5 months you were away? Plus, what she was doing all that time?
Well, she claims she's handling business and working to save more money, and the motorcycle, and then her son, something like.
No, because there was something that happened with her son that she had to deal with, and she told Jamie, and Jamie kind of understood that. But at the same time, Jamie's just like, Jamie in the back of her mind was like, okay, this is a little sus, because he said a couple weeks he'll be back to Colombia. But it's like we're heading into a month, then 2 months, then 3 months, then 4 months, then 5 months. You decide to pop back up like you're a jack in a box. Like, Jamie was feeling some type of way. She was glad to see her wife, but she was like, wait a minute, where the hell did this woman go for 5 months?
Yeah.
You know?
Tamika, what you think?
I think that her neck is going to be hurting tomorrow. She's going to be singing that Kaya song, "My Neck, My Back." So, but yeah, I think Jamie is young and she's not understanding that, it takes money. But then she said something about she stopped sending her money. Right. So I think Kris is probably listening to her mama. She over it, and she see that she's being, a sugar mama, and Jamie just want to be a kept woman and not getting it. Like, girl, you got to go to work.
In my opinion, I don't necessarily think that Kris is just now finding this out.
Oh, no.
I don't think so. What do you think, Jazz? Okay.
Kris ain't got enough sugar to be a sugar mama. I'm gonna say it again, okay? She mad because Jamie got an apartment that was $650 a month instead of $500.
Yeah, it was an extra. It was an extra 100 or something.
You need to know. She used Alabama prices. 1, 2. She don't have enough sugar to be a sugar mama, so she's doing too much for me.
But is this American money, or I guess it don't matter, right? American money to. Colombia.
It's not about the money, but she acting like she Daddy Warbucks, and she don't have enough money for that. So that's the thing. Like, for somebody that say, like, that in Colombia people make a lot less money. So like, I think that there's always this thing where people from other countries are like, oh, well, if I go here, Alabama, it has to be more money than Colombia, but the prices are closer than they think they are. It's not like if I move from LA to Colombia, I got money, right? But if I move from Alabama to Colombia, the prices are closer, much closer.
Right.
So I don't think that they're accounting for that. But then also, like, I'm not really feeling, I hate these like big age gaps. And then when there's a conversation, like, I feel like Jamie was being very productive and trying to bring up like, hey, I'm glad that you did this for me for my birthday, but I was waiting for you for 5 months and I feel some type of way about that. I don't think she did anything wrong by trying to express herself. But Kris talking to her like a child, like,
that was wild.
That was whack to me, because y'all are dating these people that are your kids' age. But that don't mean you can talk to them like they are your kid.
Exactly.
You should be talking to her. Like, I feel like she was being productive and trying to express herself. And Kris was like, just not with it. She not trying to hear it. You can't check her because she paid some bills. And that's not cool to me. So I don't support this relationship.
And plus, at the same time, Kris was the one that told Jamie to not return to her job after she took that month leave when Kris first came down. Which that irked me, because it's just like, you make this girl quit her whole job / career to stay home because you're insecure and you're going on like you had tons of money, but you're in the situation that you're in with the whole motorcycle and stuff like that. Because I don't even remember, did she sell her house? I don't think she sold her house.
No,
I don't think she did.
So the money was limited, and then plus she was saying to her mother that she sent Jamie about $1,000, and then the mother's like,
me money for rent and everything else, because if Jamie's not working, what's she gonna do? Because Jamie said that Kris paid the rent the first time she was there, then the month after that, but afterwards she hasn't paid the rent. So that was one of the conversations that Jamie was trying to have with Kris, and it didn't work out. Sharon says, did you see all the makeup she had that cost money? She's a user to me. So you mean Jamie's makeup? I did not see the makeup, but Jamie's
I didn't see it either.
In her defense, I just found her on Instagram. She's been wearing lots of makeup for years. So that could be old makeup. It's just a replenish.
Okay. You also say Jamie needs to
She
work.
does need to work.
Yeah,
I
she
agree with that.
Jamie wants to go back to work. It's just Kris is trying to be like, oh, I'll take care of everything. You don't have to work. And
But
then
when
she
they
was
was fighting on FaceTime, she told her you could get a job.
Yeah.
But Kris
But you made her leave her old. You made her leave her old job before like the month thing was done. That her workplace gave her.
But Kris did give mixed signals. I think so. In the beginning, she did say that don't work. And then since Kris went home, she's like, oh, you need to get a job now. So Kris wants to have it both ways. But did she ever tell Jamie that Jamie was coming to the US? Did anyone ever hear that?
No.
I feel like I heard something they mentioned it at some point, but maybe that was in a preview or something.
Okay, because I'm thinking maybe that's why Jamie kind of like, I don't know, but maybe that's why Jamie held off from not working right now, because Kris was maybe come back, set up something, and they were going to go maybe back and forth for different businesses. Because Kris makes it seem like, remember that food truck is in Colombia, and Kris when she sells the house, sells the motorcycle, that they'll have money to travel and do whatever. So I think maybe that's why Jamie wasn't trying to go back to work right now. But she did say that if she had to, she would. So,
but if the plan is for her to come to the U.S., right? At any point, if she's getting a green card, because she's from Venezuela, so I'm pretty sure they have that, like, they can get into the U.S. There's some sort of agreement because of the stuff that's happening over there.
Yeah, I think I can't remember the name of the agreement. They have a name for it. I just can't remember. But I think there's something that was agreed upon between the U.S. and Venezuela.
Yeah.
So I just can't remember the name of it. They have a weird name to it. I just can't remember.
But I think that if she comes to the U.S. and she wants to get, like, say they came on a K-1 visa, she can't go back to Colombia until she get that visa anyway. So so she might as well be working now and saving a little bit of money at least, because she's not going to be able to work when she comes here.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to Danielle and Johan. So we're going to start at the top.
Lord, I forgot.
Birthday girl. The birthday girl. What do you think about Danielle and Johan, that Johan actually reached out to Taylin to be like, hey, let me talk to you, to apologize. He felt like he was being rude, XYZ. And I was like, I'm surprised Johan did that, because I just really thought that Johan is just like, nope, and no. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm very surprised that he reached out to him, because, Johan is an alpha male. And so for him to reach out to him and kind of like, put his tail in between his legs and say, sorry, my bad, I didn't mean to do all that. That was really big of him, because he know that he was wrong. Because if somebody probably came after him and asking him and all that and saying all that stuff, he'd probably be upset as well. And then, what's her name? Oh my goodness. Yeah. She just, if Narcissist was a woman,
it would be Danielle.
It would be, because she's always projecting onto him. And just like he said that, she's, and I get it, you're an alpha woman and you're strong-minded, but you have to understand that you're going to have to let this man lead you at one point. But that may not be their culture over there, but she wants to be in control at all times. And I think she still has something for him, because I think that it's not that she wants to get back with him, but she's probably feel a type of way about him. Then she saw him and
oh, you talk about the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, because there ain't no way that you would be this upset and that you're wanting to have this relationship with him. And I get it, because I ain't even gonna hold you out. There are some people that we went around the block a couple of times, and we're friends, but I'm not trying to introduce them to nobody that I'm dating now or my husband. If I see him in the streets, we kick it, we talk, and say, how you doing? And that's about it. I mean, I'm not calling them. They're not calling me. But yeah, I'm sick of Danielle too.
Yeah, says I'm sick of Danielle. Yeah,
I'm sick of her too.
I think Danielle had a little bit more of a reality check this time around than she's ever had being with Johan.
Yep.
That's what I
Yep.
think. That's what I think.
Yep.
What do
No,
you think? Go ahead.
yeah, because I think Johan got sick of the gaslighting by Fun Size Danielle, and yes, I call her Fun Size because because the thing is, if you look at the ex and you look at Johan, this is the specific type that she gets: young, giant-looking men who are well endowed, and she knows she 4'11". She knows she Fun Size. That's her type that she looks for, right? But she shouldn't be concerned if Johan and her ex get along. She should be more concerned if people found out of why she wants to stay in the Dominican Republic so bad. Because every single time you notice that she always picks fights with Johan. Like every single time they're always on screen, she always picks fights with him. And it's always about something small. And then she's just like going off the handle. She's like, I like, why are we so hyper? Because even at the beach, she was like, I'm done.
Right. I think that's part of Danielle's personality. Danielle is more, I don't know, she's sarcastic without realizing she's sarcastic. And I just think they don't have a good communication style because she has a different agenda than Johan. Johan's agenda will always be come to the US so I can help provide for my family. And she took that away from him. Chocolate Beauty 8 says, Thailand said a mouthful without saying it. Danielle is controlling. What's your take on it, Jasmine?
Yeah.
Jasmine?
Yeah, I think Danielle is controlling. Y'all know I don't like her, to be honest. I think Johan is more of a stand-up guy than people giving him credit for. Do he want to go to the US? Yes. But I feel like the things that he's asking for out of the relationship with her are all reasonable things that most men would ask for. Respect me. Don't talk down to me. Yes, I can provide financially, but how else can I help you? You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I feel like he's trying to be a partner and it's her way or the highway, but I think it's also weird. She's a weirdo, man. Like, you can't be having, I'm not going to introduce my husband to somebody I was dating before, like, and not even seriously, even serious. In my head, me and Vince, we didn't date anybody besides each other previously, like, just to be clear. So that's how I would operate my life, and I don't think that's
Are you saying that you and Vince were each other's first real relationship? Is that what you're saying?
We have convinced ourselves that, yes. I'm saying we operate as though that is the case. That may or may not be the case, but that's how we operate.
Gotcha.
This is the one that matters. Okay. So anything else, like, I'm not gonna, like, her pushing him to meet this guy, like, it's weird. I think Johan, like, asking him about his stuff and all that was hilarious. I was cracking up laughing personally because she's used to doing whatever she wants and making him uncomfortable and making him compromise. So he's like, I'm going to show my tail today. Okay. That's where he was at with it. So I was surprised that she started crying because I'm like, how many times have you done stuff to Johan that he should have been the one crying and he never did? Because she can't see it. You don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like we can get on here and be like, you can imitate me, I can imitate you. And I'm like, wow, I really do that? You don't, because you don't realize you're doing it because you've been doing it like for a very long time. So Danielle doesn't know what she doesn't know. But what Danielle does know is that she's standing DR for her own agenda. That's what she does know. And that's what makes this relationship wrong. And that's what makes Johan, in my opinion, thinking like, I'm sick of you and your antics, trying to bring every friend that comes here, because she even said that, I got someone else coming. Why she got so many friends? I mean, she is from New York. But these friends not necessarily coming from New York. I do feel like when I was living in New Jersey, New York area, there was always, I'm going to DR. I'm going to DR. That's normal. It's a cheap flight. I get it. But why do you have so many friends? And why during your 7-month engagement did you not have any of these friends then so he could meet them and know not to marry you? I'm just curious. Right. She said friend. We don't know if it's a male or a female. So with Danielle could go either way. But still, the point is, like, she's trying to push her. It seems like she's trying to push her American life
hey, guess who's coming to the yard, to make a point of her staying a little longer. But
Mhm.
it'll never work because he wants to come here, period. So that was the end of the episode. So next week is, like I said, it's going to be a little bit of the show and then the tell-all. So I don't know how they're going to break it down. Hopefully we get like the show in like the first 30 minutes. That'd be awesome, and move to the tell-all. But we already know tell-all probably be like 15 minutes. So it could be 4 parts, which we're not looking forward to.
Like the last tell-all, it was 4 parts. Plus,
Right.
there was extra stuff in the in-between.
I only
Right.
watched the first 2. I couldn't do it. After that, I was like, this is too much of my time. Only got
Well,
2.
I think this tell-all, like I said before, is going to be better because we have Nicole Mahmoud. I really want to know who he's hollering at. I'm going to say that till I can't say no more. Who are you hollering at? You know
All
what I'm
this
saying?
cussing. I was surprised. I'm like, all this cussing, but your wife can't have her shoulder out. Explain.
Right. And then Debbie and Osama, just that. And then really Rishi and Jen.
Yeah.
Kris and Jamie.
Mhm.
The 2 people I want to see is Nicole and Mahmoud, Kris and Jamie at the tell-all.
Yes.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
They need more time to explain their story because their
Yeah.
story's not adding up. That's all I gotta
No.
say.
I just want to know what the hell Kris was doing for those like missing 5 months. Because I feel like this woman was missing in action, and all of a sudden her neck, she could move her neck. It was less like, oh, I could move my neck. I could be able to dive everywhere. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
She didn't have surgery. I know that because surgery would have been at least 9 months to a year. That's what she didn't have. So
yeah,
anyway,
she didn't have surgery because it would take up just about a year, like you said, or even 18 months, depending on how her physio will go.
with all her
Right.
problems. So next week is the wedding. So will Monica show up? Jen and Rishi still, she says, first of all, why is Jen still there? She said Rishi's
Right.
been over a week. He's still reaching out to her. Girl, she's bring you back.
Bring yourself home.
And then Nicole, she found in his phone. I said, what?
What?
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be good.
Mood got in his phone. And then Kris and Jamie continue to fall out. So that's what that is. So bring on the tell-on. Forget the show. Bring on the tell-on. So
Because I know Miss Debbie's son is gonna be there in person. So from the preview that I seen off of Pillow Talk, because it was just only they showed a brief snippet after they talked about the episode. Julian's son and Mahmoud go at it, and then somehow he goes at it with Osama because one or both decides to disappear from Zoom, because all you see is Gabe's eyes are like, what's happening,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that could be editing, so we don't know what's really about to happen.
We don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So who are you looking for to make the Jasmine show to see on the tell-off? Who are you looking for?
I'm looking forward to definitely Mahmoud and I want to call it a mannequin because somebody else calls her that.
Yeah.
Well, her and the mannequin. And then I definitely want to see Jen and Rishi, and then Grandma Debbie.
Lord.
Debbie cakes.
Yeah.
I just want to see
Tag.
Jen and Rishi just because I want to see who on the cast calls them out about the BS that they did about showing up at the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I know somebody gonna be like, you don't do that. And that's
I'll
what
have a bigger hat next week. I'm investing a bigger hat next week.
Again.
Bigger one. So all right. Well, I'll be back tomorrow for Love in Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it.
Let me just say, I do not want a master class with Carlos and Valentine, but I think they're going to give us one. But I don't need one.
I fast forward through them.
And then we still have one more couple we haven't met. I'll just pop them up real quick just for reference. We have Matthew and Anna. So we met everybody but them. But I'm looking forward to tonight for Lydia Scott and Nicole, their conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with the Chester cat? Because Lydia's boyfriend looks like the Chester cat from Alice in Wonderland, the Disney version.
Well, we gonna find out. Also, too, the Jasmine show also reviews Love I mean, 90 Day Fiancé, Love and what's it called? Love and
Love in
Paradise.
Paradise.
They
Love
do
in
that
Paradise.
game.
Is that
Huh?
is that how she spelled her name? I'm trying. Listen, these 47-year-old ass ain't iron no more.
Way older than you.
We're the Jasmine show on everything.
Yeah.
But it said JASV.
YNCE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is he?
Yeah.
All right.
They're still growing their channel, so they do the actual review. I just go live because I don't edit right now. So check out the channel for their review whenever y'all can have it up. So, but otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for that.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Check out your IG message, Tamika.